Let me ask you something. When was the last time you woke up and felt fully alive? Not just awake, but on fire. Like your energy wasn't just enough to get by, but enough to ignite something deep inside you? Most people spend their lives chasing energy through caffeine, chasing purpose through achievement, and still go to bed feeling empty. Why? Because they haven't learned the power of one daily ritual that can align your body, your mind, and your soul in just minutes a day. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple yet powerful ritual, a tool that has transformed my own life and the lives of thousands. This isn't hype. This is biology, psychology, and soul-level alignment coming together. And once you understand it, you won't go a day without it. So, stay with me, because what I'm about to share has the power to not just boost your energy, but reconnect you to something even more important, your purpose. Let me tell you something that's going to hit home. The way you start your day is the way you live your life. Most people wake up reacting, grabbing their phone, checking messages, getting pulled into the chaos before they've even had a moment to own themselves. And they wonder why they feel drained before noon. It's not the day that's the problem, it's how they enter the day. See, your brain is in a highly suggestible state when you first wake up. That means whatever you feed it, whether it's stress, news, comparison, or gratitude, focus, and intention, that's going to dictate your emotional and energetic baseline for the next several hours. If you don't condition that state, the world will do it for you. And let me tell you, the world is not in the business of setting you up for joy, clarity, and purpose. This is why the first ritual, the one we build everything else on, is to own your morning. Not just survive it, not just snooze through it, but own it. When you wake up, you're given a fresh chance to step into the strongest version of yourself. And yet, what do most people do? They roll over, scroll their phone, and let the external world hijack their focus. But you're here because you're ready for more. You're ready to break that pattern. What I'm talking about is giving yourself 20 minutes, just 20 to command your energy instead of surrendering. It could be as simple as 3 steps. You sit in silence and breathe deeply. Ground yourself. You speak out loud 3 things you're grateful for. Not just things, but feelings that flood your nervous system with appreciation. And then you set an intention for your day. Not a to-do list, an emotional target. Who do you want to be today? How do you want to show up? When you do that, you flip the switch from victim to leader, from passive to powerful. And you begin to train your nervous system to expect that you are in charge. You think this is small? Let me tell you, it's everything. Because how you begin is how you build. You show me someone who masters their morning, and I'll show you someone who's no longer drifting. They're driving their life forward. And here's the thing. This ritual doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your physiology. You start flooding your body with energy instead of waiting for a second coffee to kick in. You're moving with purpose instead of scrambling with anxiety. And when challenges come, and they will come, you've already anchored yourself in strength before the world. You haven't even had a chance to knock. You're not reacting, you're responding. There's a big difference. Now, this isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. You're going to miss a day. So what? Get back to it. Make this ritual a non-negotiable. Because when your morning becomes intentional, your life starts to follow suit. That first moment of the day is your declaration to the universe, I'm not here to survive, I'm here to create. And when you get that, when you feel that, there's no going back. You own your morning, you own your life. Most people think energy is something you're either born with or that it shows up when life is going your way, but that's a lie. Energy isn't something you wait for. It's something you generate. And once you realize that, your entire life begins to shift, because when you take control of your energy, you take control of your decisions. from your relationships, your drive, everything. Your body is the power plant. And like any power plant, it doesn't have energy. It produces it. But what do most people do? They live in their heads all day, thinking, overthinking, stressing, analyzing. You ever notice that when you're overwhelmed or anxious, you're almost completely still? You're not breathing deeply, you're slumped over, your energy is flat. It's because your physiology, the way you use your body, is tied directly to the way you feel and the quality of energy you bring to your life. So the ritual, the one that changes everything, is this. You've got to prime your body every single day. You don't need 2 hours in a gym. You don't need some perfect routine. What you need is intensity, focus, and movement that wakes up your system and demands a higher state. You could bounce on a rebounder, do breath work, blast your favorite song, and move like a beast. Whatever it is, it has to push you into a peak state. Because once you're in that state, your mind follows. Listen, motion creates emotion. When you move with power, you feel powerful. When you breathe like someone who's fully alive, your brain starts to believe it. You stand tall and suddenly your problems shrink. Why? Because you shifted the chemistry of your body. You flooded yourself with oxygen, got the blood pumping, lit up your nervous system. That's not motivation. That's biology. And that's trainable. Most people wait until they feel like it. They think they need to be inspired to take action. But the truth is, it's the other way around. You act your way into feeling, you move your body first, and then your mind catches up. You take control of your breath, your posture, your movement, and suddenly what felt impossible feels within reach. That's the power of physiological priming. And let's be real. Your energy isn't just for you. When you walk into a room, people feel you before you say a word. Your family feels you. Your team feels you. Your energy is contagious, and whether you're elevating others or draining them comes down to the state you choose to live in. When you bring passion, certainty, and presence into the space, you lead without trying. You become magnetic. So why not decide that every single day? Before the world demands anything from you, you're going to give yourself the gift of powerful movement. You're going to move like someone with purpose. Breathe like someone who's here to play full out. You'll find that the days where you don't feel like it are the days you need it most. Because the moment you move, you remind your system who's in charge. You can journal, you can meditate, you can set intentions, but if your body isn't activated, none of it sticks. The moment you light up your physiology, the mental fog lifts, the emotional weight dissolves, and what's left is a version of you that's fully alive, fully present, and ready to lead. You don't wait for energy, you create it. Most people go through life doing, chasing, grinding, but they're not deeply connected to why. And that's the trap. That's where burnout happens. That's where people wake up one day feeling like they've been climbing a ladder that's been leaning against the wrong wall. It's not because they're lazy or broken. It's because they've lost touch with the vision, that deeper reason, that force that pulls you forward when everything else wants to pull you down. You want to supercharge your energy and your purpose, you've got to connect to something bigger than yourself. Every single day. You've got to remind yourself of who you are and what you're here to do. That's not a one-time discovery. It's a daily practice. Purpose is a muscle. If you don't use it, it atrophies. You stop feeling it. You start drifting, and you start settling for less than what you were made for. This is why part of the ritual has to be vision. Not a vague, someday maybe kind of thing. A clear, emotionally charged vision of the life you're building, the impact you're creating, the person you are becoming. You've got to see it, feel it, own it in your nervous system every day. Because when your brain has a compelling future to move toward, it generates more focus, more energy, more resilience. Without it, you're just surviving. With it, you're on fire. And I'm not talking about surface level goals. I'm talking about something deeper. Not, I want to make more money, but why? What will that allow you to do? Who will you become in the process? Who else will benefit from you showing up as the best version of you? See, when your vision becomes about more than just yourself, it becomes a mission. And missions don't get derailed by bad days or distractions. Missions create momentum. So part of this ritual is closing your eyes and seeing that future, feeling the emotions of already living it, breathing like the person who's already achieved it, speaking words that align with it, and then asking yourself one simple question: what's one step I can take today that moves me closer? When you ask that daily, something powerful happens. You stop reacting and start creating. You may not know all the steps. That's fine. You just need to be emotionally connected to the outcome. That connection becomes your GPS. It helps you filter out the noise, say no to the wrong things, and say hell yes to the things that pull you forward. You become less influenced by fear because your future is louder than your doubts. You don't need perfect conditions when your purpose is clear. You become resourceful. You become unstoppable. And here's the truth most people miss. Your vision isn't just about achieving something. It's about becoming someone. The pursuit itself transforms you. That's why you've got to see it every day. Otherwise, the demands of the world will bury it. People will project their limitations onto you. Life will hand you distractions dressed as obligation. But when you're locked into a vision, you don't get swayed by every little thing. You lead, you rise, you stay aligned. So make it part of the ritual. Don't wait for inspiration to find you. Generate it by reconnecting to your mission every single day. See where you're going and feel what it will mean, not just for you, but for everyone who will be impacted by your decision to live fully. Purpose isn't found. It's created, reinforced, and lived into daily. Let me tell you something most people never hear growing up. You can choose your state. You're not at the mercy of your emotions. You're not defined by your past. You're not stuck with whatever mood the day hands you. Your state, your emotional and mental condition, is a decision. And once you take ownership of that, everything in your life starts to change, because the state you live in determines how you think, how you act, how you love, how you lead. It's the foundation of everything. Every day you are conditioning a state. Whether you know it or not, you are practicing a certain way of feeling, thinking, showing up. The problem is most people are conditioning a state of stress, of overwhelm, of self-doubt, not on purpose, but through repetition. They wake up already anxious. They focus on what's missing. They scroll, compare, react. And then they wonder why life feels heavy. It's not life, it's the state they've accepted as normal. This is why your ritual must include priming the mental state you want to live in. It's not enough to just move your body and connect to a vision. You've got to take control of your inner world. Because that's where everything begins. The external world reflects what you've rehearsed internally. You want more power out there? Build it in here first. So how do you do it? You decide, what emotions do I want to practice today? What kind of mindset do I want to bring into this day? Maybe it's confidence. Maybe it's gratitude. Maybe it's certainty, joy, patience, hunger. Whatever it is, you don't wait for it to show up. You create it. You breathe it in. You speak it out loud. You move like it's already yours. You rehearse it until your nervous system says, this is who I am now. Because here's the truth. Your brain is a meaning-making machine. It's constantly scanning for signals, and you get to direct that scan. You get to say, today I find what's working. Today I lean into courage. Today I lead with heart. The world will test you. Life will push. But if your state is strong, you don't fold, you rise. You don't get pulled into drama, distraction, or fear. You hold your ground. You lead from the inside out. You've probably had days where everything seemed to be going wrong, but you still felt unstoppable. And you've had days where everything looked fine, but you felt stuck, low, disconnected. That's not about circumstance, that's about state. It's your greatest advantage, and most people never learn how to use it. And listen, this doesn't mean you'll never feel fear or sadness or doubt. It means you don't live there. You visit, learn what you need to learn, and then you shift. You step into the emotions that serve your mission, that serve the people you care about, that serve the life you're building. You make your inner world your home court, and from that place you bring something extraordinary to the outer world. So part of this daily ritual is getting intentional about your emotional home. You ask yourself, what state am I in right now? Is it serving me? Is it fueling the life I want? And if not, you shift. You breathe, you move, you speak truth over fear, you practice the feeling until it sticks. Because in the end, the strongest people aren't the ones who never get knocked down. They're the ones who've trained themselves to rise fast. And that training starts every morning in the ritual where you don't wait for life to hand you peace or power or clarity. You generate it. Where focus goes, energy flows. Choose your state and your life will follow.